perfect time for Thomas. Thomas the Tank Engine was a really useful engine. He was so useful that he was given his very own press line to run on. You can almost go without me now, joked his driver with a laugh. My driver says I don't need him now, Thomas bragged to the other engines. You wouldn't dare go out without your driver, said Percy, the little green engine. I might, said Thomas. Just wait and see. It was dark the next morning. When the firefighter came, he lit a fire in Thomas's firebox to start the fuel burning. Thomas woke up. Percy and the other engines were still fast asleep. Thomas suddenly remembered his boast. I'll show them, he said. My driver hasn't come yet. Here goes. He tried first one piston, then the other. They're moving, he whispered to himself. Very, very quietly, he headed for the door. Thomas thought he was being clever, but he was only moving because a careless cleaner had meddled with his controls. When Thomas tried to stop, he couldn't. He just kept rolling along. The bubbles will stop me, Thomas said hopefully, but his wheels left the wheels and quartz on the pavement. Oh no, he exclaimed and shut his eyes. Up ahead was the station master's house. He and his family were outside having a breakfast of ham and eggs. Crash! The house rocked, broken glass tickled, and falling plaster pebbled the family's plates. And guess whose head was poking through the wall looking in? The station master angrily walked out and shut off Thomas's steam. Just look what you done to our breakfast, scolded the station master's wife. Now we shall have to cook some more. She banged the door on her way to the kitchen. More plaster fell on Thomas. Thomas felt sad. The plaster tickled his nose. He wanted to sneeze, but he didn't dare in case the house fell on him. No one came for a long time. Everyone was much too busy. At last, workers popped up the house with straw poles. Then they led ways through the garden. Puffing hard, the twins, Donald and Douglas, managed to hail Thomas back to the yard. Thomas's smokestack was bent. Bits of fence, a bush, and a broken window frame decorated his badly twisted foot. He looked quite silly. The twins laughed and left him. Thomas knew he had behaved badly. Sir Thomas Hat, the railway controller, came by to take a look. You are a very naughty urchin, he said to Thomas. I know, sir, Thomas said. I'm sorry, sir. You must have your foot mended, Sir Thomas had said. Meanwhile, a diesel will do your work. Diesel? Thomas blurted in surprise. Yes, Thomas, diesel always stay in their sets. Diesels never run off to breakfast as dishwasher houses, said Sir Thomas Hat. A diesel come the next day to help out. At first he didn't want to stay, the ensign said, but he soon get used to working with the other ensigns. Finally, Thomas came back, all mended and ready for work. He and the diesel became good friends, and now Thomas knows not to run off without his driver. The end.